Tyson YouTube channel. And tonight we're going to do a little something different. Normally I don't come on Thursday nights, but I'm coming up here tonight to talk with my big homie, One Take Big Dog. Got introduced to him from my big homie, Brandon Keith Avery. You guys know the homie over at Just My Opinion Reviews. His link is in description. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Young Justice. It has been so good this season. I don't want people to forget, I am a DC guy. Look at the poster to the left of my shoulder. Even though I support Marvel and I do a lot of Marvel talking, I am at heart a DC guy. It's just that they haven't put too much on the big screen that has been, what's the nicest way to put it? Up to the high standards set by Marvel. I'll leave it that way. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the best Black TV shows of 2021. I've got the list of the top 10. And believe it or not, of all the top 10 shows, this channel has reviewed 4 of them. So what in the world are the other 6 that I missed out on? We'll go ahead and discuss that close to the end of this video. And right now, let me do some shouting out to the people that have tuned in to see me on a Thursday night. Travis Dupree comes in with the question, Snowfall is coming back? Absolutely. Snowfall is back next month in February, and we will be covering that show. My big homie Tressa C, been rocking and rolling with the channel for years. Happy Thursday, everyone. This week has flown by. 100% agree. This has been the fastest week ever. This was kind of my last week not being on diet, and man, it went by quick. Nix XO, I'm ready in my SpongeBob voice. I thought that read like he was singing SpongeBob pants. Okay, I'm with you. Johnny said, what's up, fam? Reggie M says, what's up, fam? And while we wait for One Take Big Dog to get in here, let me also shout out the sisters, the divas. They're going to be going live tonight at 10 p.m. Is Nita the Diva, Miss K, and Moochella. And they're going to be doing their Hidden Gem show. You see on the cover, they've got Ray Donovan, the movie, which is a great TV show, A House on the Bayou, and all kinds of other surprises that those young ladies are going to take you for a turn on. If you've ever watched them, not only are they entertaining, not only are they intelligent, but these sisters got soul, and they all beauties. So not only are you getting your ears satisfied, your eyeballs get satisfied too. So check them out as soon as we're done. They'll start at 10 o'clock. And don't forget next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Don't be late. Aceto, Atkins Esteman, is coming back here to do a one-on-one interview with me. He'll take your fan questions, anything you want to know about Hightown Season 2, possibly some Hightown Season 3, but more importantly, the character of Aceto and what he's going to be up to. And he might even pop up in here, ladies and gentlemen, with some purple flowers. So be sure to tune in for that, and we'll make it happen. So while we wait for my big homie One Take Big Dog to get in here, let me go on ahead and show you guys the list. So 50 Cent posted a list that he got from the back end information of some of the network TV shows of the top 10 TV shows that African-American households was watching. Look at this. Number 1, which is a little hard for me to believe, but I'm going to go with it. Power Book 2 Ghost, highest rated Black household TV show. Number 2, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. I can honestly see that being number 1. Number 3, BMF. I can honestly see that being number 1. And what's the key component of all the top 3 shows, ladies and gentlemen? The key, most substantiating component. Your boy review all them shows. So yeah, cut me some coins too. But then, ladies and gentlemen, what in the hell happens here? 4 through 9, I've never seen or reviewed. So let's start with number 4 is Have and Have Nots. Number 5 is Sisters. Number 6 is Oval. Number 7 is Sisters Season 2. Oh, wow. So Sisters actually made the list twice. Insecure, I've heard nothing but excellent about the show. I've just never watched it. Then Oval is back in at number 9. And then coming in at number 10 is The Shy. And I want to know if you guys agree with that list. Please let me know. But we'll come back to that in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth, warming up to get his superhero talk together. It's the big homie. Link is in description. Subscribe to the man. It's the One Take Big Dog.
Hey. Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, homie? What's going on,
man? Just woke up from a little nap, man. Trying to shake back.
Man, I be trying to tell people when we children, we fight the nap. But when you become an adult, man, a nap do you some good.
I needed it today, Lamont. I needed it today.
Bruh, we be needing them naps when we become old folks, man. I mean, I'm a little older than you, so I really need a nap. Yeah. So One Take, man, let's talk about this, man. We've been trying to get up to do a little talking about this DC universe. It's your specialty, my homie. You're a DC man. This is where you shine, you know? And like I said, I always had to show people, you see that big DC thing behind me right there? And One Take, compared to the last season of Young Justice, talk to me about this season versus last season and just how much fun you've been having this season.
It's so crazy because at first the whole format kind of took me for a surprise.
Me too.
I'm like, what are they doing? I'm like, we're doing 4 episode arcs, and then we kind of just getting like they just leaving us like, to the imagination. But then I started looking at it like it really feels like a comic run. Like,
yes.
These are different storylines, and now again in comics you just gotta wait for usually for a different person to pick it back up and see exactly where it goes. But the thing I know about Young Justice is it wouldn't be a reason that they were doing it this way. And one of the great things about it that I noticed at first, I think me and a friend of mine were talking about it, that they're going through each of the original Young Justice members, because they had Magan and Connor, and then they had Artemis, and then they had Zatanna. So I'm just like, oh wow. So I'm pretty sure once we get to like the second part of the season, I think we're gonna get into Aqualad, and we're gonna get into Nightwing, and as well as I can't think of her name.
Blue Beetle.
No, not Blue Beetle. The black girl, I can't think of her name. Rocket. Yeah, we're gonna get her, and I think all the storylines are gonna culminate into something, which I don't even know exactly what it could possibly be, because once they did the stuff with Child,
no, I done told you what it's gonna be. I done told you, Darkseid coming, bro. I done told you. I done told you. I done told you. Whatever deal he made with Vandal Savage, you keep that in mind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been so good for me because exactly what One Take said, he's 100% on. These are the comic runs that they would do where it would seem like they'd just be switching story to story, but then they would weave it all back together kind of on the end of that particular publisher and writer's run, and then you would see how everything falls into place. And One Take, it is going to all fall into place. And they're going to have to call in the league for help, which is okay. It's okay. Yeah. That's fine. Because what's going to galvanize everyone, supposedly Connor is dead. And One Take, you believe he's officially dead, right?
Okay, got to remember, Lamont, that was before the last episode. Don't forget. That was technically before the last episode dropped when I said that. And when we got to see the last episode, my tune changed a little bit.
But One Take, who has been telling you the whole season there is no way in where that this man is dead? No way.
You kept saying it's just
no way. And when they showed us Darkseid in the previous episode, and that he was whispering in the ear of the person that can't die, Vandal Savage, that told me everything I need to know. Darkseid is playing Vandal Savage as a puppet. And if you can remember the comic book run, do you remember when Darkseid went to somewhere on the other side, God, I forgot whose run it was, but he had a device that he could throw on you that would make you feel the worst pain of your life, and you couldn't get out of this thing. He used it on Superman in the cartoons one time.
Hold on. What did he also use it on Batman and Batman?
Yes, yes. And
Yes.
you feel whatever the worst pain you could possibly feel in your body, you feel it all over in every nerve ending, no matter what your strength is. That's what he's going to do to Vandal Savage. He's going to throw that thing on him. He can't die, so he's just going to be sitting there in pain for eternity. And that's going to neutralize him. And then he's going to roll in and try to take over. And the saving grace is going to pop up and be Connor. I bet you. Book it. And the people, and think about this. You see the people that was following trying to kill Connor and trying to get do their reconnaissance on the Manhunters, right?
When?
The first 3 episodes, you had people spying on McGann, Connor, and this little crew right here. You had them being spied on by...
You had them being spied on by the Legion of Superheroes and whoever that was in the little B bubble.
Right.
Yeah.
Who do you think sent them?
You think it was Darkseid?
Absolutely. 100% Darkseid. 100%. And think about the way Connor died. The Martian Manhunters don't got that kind of tech up there. He died. Basically, they tried to, it looked like it was a drowning situation with the kryptonite and all that. No.
Now, what I do think Darkseid has something to do with it, because we see Darkseid. He was the person who gave them the bomb, and I think he had laced the bomb with kryptonite. But I don't think the Legion of Superheroes were a part of it, because I think they came back in order to try to stop something. I don't think that's necessarily the event they were trying to stop, though. It's just we still don't know exactly what it is.
That's what I'm gonna say. What do they want? What are they looking for? What you think?
It has to be something that affects things down the line, but also kind of is going to have to play some part in what's going on right now. And it happened on Mars. So that's man, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I know DC, I can't think of anything at this moment connecting these 3 stores, Mars, and the Legion of Superheroes.
But see, think about it like this: when you have these type of superhero storyline, it takes a gigantic threat to galvanize different entities that might be adversaries, or they might be friendly, but they really ain't going and sitting down doing a streaming YouTube like me and you doing. But it's Darkseid, man. All roads point back to Darkseid. But what would be a great spin for me, which I've never seen it done, would be if there was some way Vandal Savage could stop Darkseid, and then he, in turns, tries to facilitate whatever this diabolical plan is Darkseid is about to put on. That's what I would like to see.
Darkseid's ultimate plan, anti-life equation, every single time. He is obsessed with this, and since Earth has become like a central, like I guess you call it like a turning point. Whoever has Earth kind of like controls a lot.
Right.
That's his main goal. He got to get that. He know this place harbors most of these superheroes that would stand in my way of accomplishing this anti-life equation. So if I get this and I get them, everybody else is pretty much done for. And he's been close so many times. We've seen it.
Been very close. I would. Did you see the way Superman was behaving when he realized Connor's gone?
Yes.
I think a lot of that has to do with if you weaken that man's emotions, you make him vulnerable. Who wants to see him die more than Darkseid?
Yeah, true. And we've seen multiple times in the comics. Once Superman loses somebody, like he may be the strongest and one of the strongest people in the DC universe, but once he loses somebody, he is definitely vulnerable and susceptible to deceit
Yes.
or just even fight in general. Like so,
his emotions, man. He wear his emotions on the sleeve when he lose people. We've seen comic runs where just ordinary human beings get killed and Superman's carrying them instead of defending the Earth. He just be it's like that's part of the weakness in Superman is his emotional tie to other human beings. It's a good thing, but it's also a catch-22 with him too. And
yeah.
I can't wait to see when this thing happens, man, because you also saw and you mentioned this, the magic on this show. Kato, be more careful.
Listen,
Kato, be more careful. Boy, how you liking the female version of Black Adam?
I never knew. No, hold on now, because I never even thought about it like that, Lamont. Never thought about it like that ever. Now, I don't know why it didn't ever come to me like that. But
that's what you got.
That makes perfect sense when you
say
it. That makes perfect sense. And I didn't know. I had no idea they would take that route. Look, idea. I've never seen. Listen, Shazam is one of my favorite comic book characters.
Love him.
Love him. Like, and then the Shazam family was just like so welcoming to me. So then when you add this different aspect of it, the fact that she wanted to stay away from that, you know what I'm saying, that power, and like she stopped being herself. And then for all the things to transpire in the way that they did, we have this huge storyline going on with the child. But underneath all of that is Mary battling with her obsession with power.
And one take, she just got turned away by people she think is her family.
Exactly. A person that has one of the strongest beings within themselves and can also siphon magic from others. Come on now. Come on. And you already know once you cross over to like a dark side of magic, there are certain things that you're able to do that you weren't able to do before.
Especially when you have a thirst for power. She and you know what? Darkseid loves individuals like that. He might use her as a conduit and take all that anger that she's got within her right now. Well, let's say let me even stop talking about Darkseid. Someone is going to come along and use her anger to go against the very people that she supposedly is love and is family with. That's coming. Yeah. And you are about to see Black Adam in Young Justice right now with this female. And not only that, you're going to see her hurt somebody because she's going to siphon some more power.
I honestly believe either one of two characters are going to, because I think Khalid is going to ultimately become the permanent Dr. Fate.
I do too.
I think Zatanna's dad is definitely dying.
He's dying. Oh,
100%. He's dying.
100%.
I think Mary kills him for sure.
Yeah, he's dead. And you saw the way they ended with him having a special moment with Zatanna and all that. Kiss him goodbye, bro. Kiss him. Yeah. Go ahead, get your hugs and your flowers and your caskets ready. If you put him in the casket, he's done.
Yeah.
But are you comfortable? Are you going to be comfortable with the new Fate? Because we do need a new Fate. Because it seems like his energy is diminishing. Because Fate is more powerful than what we've seen in this series.
Because what's his name's getting weak. He's getting older. He's not up to par no more. I guarantee you, Fate's going to enjoy Zatanna and I think her name is Chris putting on and Khalid putting on the helmet much more than he did Zatanna's dad. Because it's just more power. They're young, like they're growing right now. So yeah, it's better for them.
But I would have loved to have seen that helmet been put on female Black Adam.
That would
one take. That chick is powerful.
You trying to end the show, Lamont? you want the show to end?
No, man, because like when you get someone that's got that much power, The league is going to definitely have to step in. And then if Darkseid was to do another invasion, you might could have him rattle her loose to get her back on the side of good with all those powers she got plus that helmet. I would have loved to have seen that. You could have wrote that story.
True. But just think about the people who could possibly take her down. Superman's probably at one of the top people at their list. Mm-hmm. His weakness is magic
and kryptonite.
so I don't know.
And what have we seen this series? One Kryptonian died because of kryptonite and being underwater, and then we done seen a whole lot of magic, powerful magic, ancient magic. Like the magic they showed on this show is basically the Infinity Stones from Marvel. That's what you just saw.
Like Lamont, just think about it. You have Black Adam, I'm gonna call her Lady Black Adam.
Lady Black Adam.
With Naboo. Both of them power hungry. Won't think twice. I mean, it's not even zero hesitation to take someone's magic.
Zero.
No.
Zero. And did you see the way that chick powered up when she was taking that magic?
Yeah.
Whew. So when is this thing gonna come back out? That's all we want to know.
We got a while. We looking. We got a couple months. We're looking at spring, early or late spring. Yes.
What do they consider spring? Like May, April?
I think we're probably looking at April.
Got to be more careful.
It got to be. Listen, I said the same thing. I'm like, you're gonna give us 13 episodes. 13 episodes. Well, like we can barely begin to piece together exactly what's finna happen down the road.
I mean, everything me and you saying is hypothesis. We don't have a whole lot of substantiated evidence about how they're going to bring this whole thing back together. But we do know whatever they do, it's got to be heavy. It can't be light. There's no way it's going to be a light story one take because you've lost Connor, supposedly. And let's say they don't do nothing else. Whatever it's going to take to bring him back has got to be almost like world-breaking scale. Has to be. It has to be. And then we've got the elements of magic, dark, powerful magic, and we got female Black Adam roaming around upset.
You know another thing that I felt like they was consistent in and wanted to make sure people knew, hey, this is still all together. Mm-hmm. Is that Beast Boy? Yeah, Beast Boy is dealing with I don't know. He's depressed. He's on all these meds. He need
to be on somebody's couch.
he do, and like he's refusing help. And I think that's going to play a big part in something later on down. Mm-hmm. There might be something where it's like, hey, we can. It's gonna be some entity be like, hey, I can help you out. I just need a favor in return.
Wait a minute. Are you saying somebody gonna manipulate Beast Boy?
I feel like once you in a slump like that, mm-hmm. and the only thing you want is kind of like for the pain to stop.
Look, he hasn't even been acting in the Star Trek role.
He's pretty much done.
You know how hard it is to get a role as the lead in something like Star Trek, and he's just green for real, like really green now.
Yes.
Like
you know how down you gotta be when you've been in a house for months not doing nothing and your girl pull up on you trying to cheer you up and you still don't.
And she was ready to give it up too in a cartoon sense. He ain't want no parts of it.
Like what? Y'all been separated for a while, and I like that. Man, I'm like, what are you doing?
But one take, do you think it's because of Connor? You think it's all because of Connor? Or is there something deeper going on?
I think it's Connor and Prince Brion.
Okay.
I think it's both of them. I think it's the combination of like Brion going off and doing his own thing, and he feeling like he couldn't stop that. And then him and Connor getting so close on Mars because like he felt outside, and like Connor was the only person who kept asking like, hey man, remember? Don't forget he was tripping at the beginning of the season, and we were just like, man, what's going on with Beast Boy? Yeah. So he was already bothered. Then this ends up happening to him. It's like, oh wow,
man, ladies and gentlemen. We might have to collab up one more time to do another theory because this what we just did wasn't enough. I mean, we just gave you nuggets. We probably need to take some episodes and do some breakdowns in them. We got plenty of time because it ain't coming back to April. Once they hurt my feelings, this is twice y'all done hurt my feelings. But y'all hurt my feelings 1 week when a show wasn't coming back for the week. My feelings were hurt because I was like into it. Now you done hurt my feelings. Tell me I got to wait to April. But are you really feeling this season better than last season?
Just because of the characters, I think I'm feeling this season more. With last season, I think you always introduce new characters. That's one thing about this. This show goes into DC lore more than anything else I've seen because they pour so many different characters, obscure characters that you really didn't know about. This one, I like that it's still doing that, but it focuses on characters that I know the most.
Okay,
and that I have some connection with already.
And it's been good, man. I liked last season, but I was like you too. I was like, y'all just gonna keep shifting narratives at first. But I also knew when you do all that narrative shifting, there's going to be a grand coup de grace coming at the end. And so I've liked that. And I've liked that now that Connor's dead, they're actually keeping it that way. They ain't doing nothing to highlight to us that he's alive, as if we really going to believe he's dead. And if he's dead for real, I'm going to owe you a huge I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. They still haven't brought Kid Flashback.
I know.
That was what season? What, 1 or 2?
Two.
That's
season 2.
Now I assume I'm like he just in the Speed Force somewhere. Like they gonna bring him back eventually. I'm like, we had season 4. They still haven't brought him back.
What if they bring him back this season?
I would love it.
Because look, Flash movie come out this year.
Another thing, Lamont. Remember what I just said? Mm-hmm. They are focusing on all the first members.
Yep.
So if they were to bring him back this season, I think it would be the perfect time.
Perfect. Now, before I let you go, talk to me about Titans this past season. Yeah,
you know
that's
what?
my curveball. That's my curveball. You wasn't prepared for this.
No. I was ready for this moment because I knew it was eventually coming. I said, there's no way he gonna make me wait all the way to season 4. Which I'm gonna be honest, I have never in my life hoped the show didn't get a new season until Titans.
What?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to stand on this. What? I'm going to stand. Red Hood. Let me say this with my chest. Red Hood is my 3rd favorite comic book character of all time, right behind Batman and the Joker. Their introduction of him, I thought was fabulous. Granted, they completely and utterly rushed the storyline for him.
They did.
Because the whole thing about Red Hood is he died. Batman didn't get revenge on the Joker, so he comes back 5 years later, much more mature and with vengeance on his mind. The fact that you kill him, Batman also kills the Joker, and he's only been dead for a day. That completely erases any change that character could have had. So I'm just like, okay, maybe they have an idea with it. And then they had the audacity.
Oh boy.
The audacity to make him a subordinate of Scarecrow.
I knew you was going. Look, they emasculated. They let Scarecrow emasculate Red Hood. Now, for people that don't know, Red Hood in the comics, that was a hot comic run. Red Hood was back. think of Robin growing up, like One Take said, 5 years and actually being a man almost with them skills, had more time to train, been off the grid for like 5-6 years. And think of Nightwing with a lust for actually killing to get what he wants.
Yes.
That's Red Hood. That's yes. And they emasculated him with a nerd version of the Scarecrow who had no real deep motives. Not really.
This Scarecrow had mama problems.
He did.
This man had mommy issues. Bro, they took some, they said, okay, well, we know we're not going to give y'all the full Red Hood storyline, but hey, he still chopped the heads off the lieutenants of all the crime. When Red Hood came back to Gotham, Black Mask was the big man in town. Mm-hmm. Red Hood told all the crime bosses in Gotham, he showed them the heads of their lieutenants and said, that took me an hour. Do you want to see what I can do in a day?
He had them all One Take. He had them all. Swoops on in at the table, drops the heads, bam. They following him. They following his orders.
Took over the city as far as like the underground and criminal activity.
Right.
But you made him serve under. Now, I'm gonna be real. Man. I'm gonna be real. There are certain things I was just like, I kind of did. BlockFi, I did. I did BlockFi, okay? And I thought some of the stuff they did with Connor was pretty cool.
You like the sister?
Oh, I love the sister.
Yeah, I love that little storyline.
She was a great addition. Yeah. It's just, you had this big storyline going on. I'm just like, who is Scarecrow really scaring?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, what was his overarching? His overarching narrative was rooted in nothing but really it seemed like just controlling Red Hood.
And this whole thing, Batman never took me serious. I'm like, dude, you ain't even. There's a literal Scarecrow mask for him to wear, which he never. He carved up his face to get confidence. And then I still saw him cower in the face of Tim Drake. Help me. Now, I must say this.
Okay.
They did an excellent job with Tim.
I would agree.
An excellent job with Tim.
I would agree. I mean, yeah. When you take some source material and you just remix it just enough that you like it, it was perfect. It was seasoned. Somebody stuck their foot in his character because that was just. I enjoyed it. Did you like the family though?
What family?
Do you remember in the end when your boy came back with his family and was working with God, I forgot her name, Wonder Woman's underling. I can't think of her name. Donna. Yeah. Did you like that they included that black dude's family in that whole thing when they was like, look, you go off, you help them. We know you're a superhero. We're going to stay here and fight this good fight. Did you enjoy that part?
I actually did because I think if you didn't see what Tim did before, the parents were like going along with it would have been weird, but they saw all the information. Like Tim was a better detective in this show than Batman ever has been.
He was a better detective than Batman. He was a better detective than Nightwing. He was a better detective than Gordon's damn daughter, who is now the commissioner.
Who literally had access to Oracle. And he still knew more than everybody.
All of them. He's really the reason the show got saved this season. He's really the reason. He's really the reason. And Donna coming back too, because I love me some Donna. Please don't tell me you hated Donna.
No, I do. No, see, that's the thing about it. Every time they I think their introduction to characters is marvelous. Every time they introduce a new character, it is really good. I just think once they actually put them with the group, they kind of forget about them sometimes. And that's why, like, you have a reintroduction of Donna, which is great because, now we get to see how awesome this character is.
The guy that played Red Hood, Man,
Get
I'm
rid
with you, man.
Thank you.
I'm with you, man. Like, and because what the subject we're talking about is a PG subject, I'm not going to say what I really want to say, but all I'm going to say is he's out of place. They need to just cut him out the whole thing. Hell, we don't need Robin. We don't need Robin. We don't need Hood. We don't need that character at all.
No.
Dude, this is not a boy band. You are not in fucking sync. Get the hell up out of here. Every time I see him, he look like he want to put on some chapstick and lick his lip. Like, bro, we don't need. Stop trying to be a damn 5'2" sex symbol and act. Stop it. Stop it. Like, so I didn't tell you, but I ain't got no love for that dude, man. Because I just wanted to antagonize you because I really don't want to see the show go. But that part, I can't stand that. I have not liked him from season 1. I did not. And when they first said Red Hood, we all knew who it was going to be because we know the story. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is going to be the season. Dude is going to man up.
No.
He had one good scene. That's when he came in with the heads. But I mean, hell, me and you could have done that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I give him 2. When he manipulated Dove and the Killer Hawk, I actually like that one too.
Okay, that's true. That was true. That was good. But other than that,
he just doesn't have it.
No.
Some people have it, some people don't. He's one of the people who don't.
Not for this show.
Not for this show.
Not for this show.
He should have been on something like Riverdale or something like that.
Yeah, Riverdale, Raising Wolves. I mean, Vampires in the Dawn. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Twilight.
Get him up out of here, man.
He should have been in Twilight.
So if we can get rid of him, would you want another season?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of him. Get rid of him.
And get rid of him and never bring up Batman again. Please leave Batman out of this.
Thank you.
Please leave Batman out of this.
I thought you said we didn't get along together with this stuff. One take. I've been saying, stop trying to show. Why are y'all trying to still attach your identity to Batman and you can't let him dress up? We don't need him.
It's literally the worst Batman he is literally the worst Batman I've ever seen on screen.
You know why they got him? Game of Thrones. Yep. They thought they were gonna bring in some of that crowd. Nah, and now don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of him on Game of Thrones. I'm a fan. Yeah. I'm a fan of him as an actor, but I am not a fan of his Batman. Nope.
The worst.
The worst. And you don't need Batman for the show for what? Like this season right here. What the hell was Batman's motivation? I mean, what did he do that added enough value to the show one take that we needed to have him? Other than you in his lair. That's
nothing. Lamont, they literally made the man with one of the strongest wills on the planet try to kill himself. Mm-hmm. That's the complete opposite of who Batman is. Now, there are some tweaks you can definitely do to characters. Mm-hmm. But if you can take them completely out of character, it ruins them.
Right.
And that's what they did. I'm like, are you serious?
Dude left his mansion, went somewhere, got some damn counts, and started drinking. This is Batman now. This is Batman. Like one take said, his will is so strong, even Darkseid had to recognize him when he went to Apocalypse.
Yes.
That's how strong Batman. He said Batman's will is so strong, he's willing to sacrifice members on his own team for the greater good to accomplish his mission. And this fake ass scarecrow literally had this Batman leaving the country, going to an island and drinking wine. No way.
Oh my God.
So one take. He was only in 3 episodes, and in those 3 episodes, he was only on screen like maybe 5-10 minutes. Why even put him in the story?
Completely unnecessary.
Like you could have still had the Titans go to the house and just say Batman, he's in space somewhere. I don't know. You didn't.
They wasted Batman, they wasted the Joker, they wasted Red Hood, they wasted Scarecrow. Give the Teen Titans don't operate through Gotham. You should have
No.
kept them in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Bring in the Hive.
Yes.
That's like
yes.
It's right there in front of you.
Yes.
Just bring in the Hive.
Do you think it might be a licensing issue why they're not doing it? Because after 4 seasons, my God, man, you would think we would have been seeing one of their main villains by now after 4 seasons.
No, because they actually had Gizmo in the episode.
That's right.
Gizmo was in one of the episodes.
That's right.
Granted, they had Gizmo. I don't know if he was maybe 76 or something. I don't know what he's been doing. I'm just like, bro, you can bring in the Hive is the perfect opposition to the Titans. Mm-hmm. Just bring them in. Do storylines with them. You have literally so many. You have one-on-one matchups there. People in the Hive get like they're opposites. Like you can do that. Stop trying to focus on one person and then not have that person have anything to do with the Titans whatsoever.
Yeah. One take, I might done sat here and let you convince me, bro. I might. And I don't want, and I hate to admit this, but I don't want to give up on it because my love for Donna. When are we gonna see that version of Donna anywhere else, man? I'm not ready to see her off screen yet.
Listen, man, I am a DC diehard, man. I defend them. You see how I am with Larry. I'm going to defend DC to my dying breath, but I think I draw the lines at Titan, man. That's where I draw the line at, man. I can't. No, I can't. I go back. I defend.
Oh my God,
I go defend the first Suicide Squad before I defend Titans, man.
Okay.
I just can't. I can't.
So are you willing to defend Peacemaker over the Titans?
Lamont, I am hoping. I got my fingers crossed, man.
It's John Cena, bro.
Listen. I got my fingers crossed that me and you gonna be having some fun talks about Peacemaker. Because I think listen, trust me when I tell you this. I'm gonna say this right now. What is the date? January 6th.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Peacemaker will be one of the best superhero shows of the year.
Let me write this down. I got notes over here. Let me write this down. I'm gonna write this down right now.
January 6th.
On 1/6/22, one take says Peacemaker will be one of the best superhero shows. So where is it going to be? 1, 2, or 3?
3.
At very least 3.
Yeah, at very least 3. I can't go too high. Yeah.
And you have very slim hopes for Miss Marvel.
Very, very slim. Very slim.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you.
Very slim.
Marvel's going to be having a slew of TV shows and movies coming out this year. And one of them is going to be Miss Marvel, Kamala. She's brown people that can stretch, and she's going to be introduced on the TV screen, Disney Plus. One Take has no strong hopes for that series. Me, on the other hand, I'm very, very optimistic about the series because of what this character is going to represent. So One Take, please tell the people, and then I'll let you get out of here on this. I know you got to go. Please tell the people why you have no high hopes for Miss Marvel.
Okay, here's my thing. Now, I know a lot of the stuff we seen was behind the scenes stuff. That is true, man.
Okay.
But her favorite superhero is Captain Marvel.
What's wrong with that, man?
Lamont, Lamont.
What?
Lamont.
Wait, one thing. Now let's keep it in perspective real quick.
Okay.
In the comics, Captain Marvel was badass, endowed with these superpowers, and it would have been nothing for a minority female to want to see her as her mentor and role model in the comics.
Okay. You see that. Let me tell you that hole you just dug yourself in. It was 3 words. You just said, Lamont. Watch this.
Oh Lord. Here we go.
In the comics. on that movie screen though. No, sir. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if Captain Marvel was real and she saved me from a burning building. And then after that, I went and watched her movie. I was like, you know what? She could have just let me stay in there because she is not it. And I think, and I don't want to judge this off her love for Captain Marvel. It's just I don't see what she like about Captain Marvel. And then her power set. Granted, I think for what this show is gonna do for like minorities is great. I'm all for that. Mm-hmm. It's just, am I actually the target audience for it?
No. Well, I mean, you're a comic fan, so yes. But then when you dig into the subcategories, probably not.
Yeah. So let me tell you what it's gonna depend on. Mm-hmm. It's going to depend on those first. Typically, Marvel usually drop the first 2 episodes.
Right.
So it's going to depend heavily on them. Now, I always watch these things in their entirety. Okay, I watch all of them. I like whether they get bad after a few seasons, like some of the CW shows or whatever. I always watch them in their entirety. So I won't pass too hard a judgment on it until then.
Right.
But I just the anticipation for me at this moment right now is kind of it's at like a 2. Like it's at a 2.
What? A 2?
Out of 100.
No, damn, not out of 10. I'm messing out of 100. God almighty. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air up in this joint. He went from Philly to California. See, but one take. Think about it like this.
Okay.
That was my anticipation with Hawkeye. Think about it. I love. Look, there's DC and Marvel behind me. I'm a comic lover. That's my thing. And I literally came out my mouth to you and Brandon Keith Avery. I said, I might not watch it. You've never heard me say that. Since you've known me over a year, you've never heard me say about anything comic, especially Marvel, I'm not watching. Yeah. I said to y'all, I'm not watching. I'm not excited about a white dude shooting arrows. That's what I said.
You're right.
And y'all convinced me to watch it, and it's my favorite one.
I only hope that I have the same reaction to this show. I can only hope.
Cleve, we talking about Miss Marvel that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus. Okay, so if Miss Marvel don't do it for you, which one you looking forward to seeing this year?
She-Hulk.
Okay.
She-Hulk. Because I think Daredevil's going, from what I heard, Daredevil plays a big part in that. She's
a lawyer, so he's a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I think that's the one that's going to give me. Plus, that's the one I don't know too much about, but I still like the concept and everything is just dope to me. So.
Yeah, and this, I don't know too much about her character.
Wait. I might be tripping. Don't Secret Invasion come out this year with Nick Fury?
Is it this year?
I think that's this year.
Oh well, that's going to be everybody's number one.
Yeah, I think I need to change my pick.
Yeah. If that come out this year, that's going to be everybody's number one. But I just if that comes out, you cannot do 4, 5, 6 episodes. Damn it, you got to do 10 episodes of that.
I don't know why they be doing them super short, limited series type numbers.
No, for real. Secret, you have got. Wait a minute. I think the reason why they do that one take is because everything has a tie-in to the movie. You know,
Yeah.
everything has a tie-in into the movie, and Secret Invasion is probably going to have some kind of tie-in to the MCU. But I do believe that there's a way you can contain that to itself and still have a story moving around in the MCU too. We need to get like 10 episodes because I mean, literally, you could make 10 episodes and do 3 seasons of Secret Invasion. You could.
Yeah.
You legitimately could because you're talking about scrolls coming in, masquerading as human beings and all these other people, and you don't really start finding that out until the ball gets dropped here, there, and everywhere. And then you got Sword and the shit they're going to be getting into with Space Invaders. And then they've got little villains you have to fight that got a little bit of powers dealing with the space stuff. You
Yeah.
can literally stretch this out 3-4 seasons before you got to make it come to a crescendo. So that is going to be everybody's number one, definitely mine.
Yeah, while it's going to be doing that while it's still having movie implications going on.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's
exactly.
that's a dope
because you could legitimately say if the Skrulls are in Secret Invasions, how many of the Skrulls are in the movie? You know, who's playing certain roles in the movie that we don't know about for the greater good of whoever's going to be the main villain, which we all thinking is going to be Kang. I'm starting to sour a little bit on that, man. I'm starting to not think Kang is going to be the main villain. I'm starting to think Kang might be kind of anti-hero level.
My knowledge of him is not like I said. I think we talked about it earlier when we are covering Loki. My knowledge of him isn't as like great as yours.
Right.
But I'm thinking also Jonathan Majors. I think they definitely could be like, hey, you want to like do a twist with Kang and like kind of like switch him up in a different way. So I definitely could see that happening.
And like, you know, this is all you need to know about Kang. You know how Iron Man is a tech genius.
Yeah.
Kang is the same way, but he's probably about 1,000 years more advanced than Iron Man. Think about it like that.
Yeah, that's
I mean, literally, think about it like that.
Yeah.
He's a conqueror because everywhere he goes, he's able to conquer them because he's got the best tech. He conquers them.
Yeah, that's scary to even think about. Iron Man, just giving Iron Man another 1,000 years to like develop stuff. That is crazy.
Think about it. And then not only that, manipulating time and space. He can do that too.
Well,
bruh.
That's the most broken part about him.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we'll let this man get out of here. He can go back to his nap. Like we were saying, when we get older, we love to take naps and what may have you. One take, I appreciate you breaking that bread with me for one night to talk some DC. I'll get you out of here on this. Is The Rock going to save the DC universe on the big screen?
No. Robert Pattinson is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to let this man go. One take. It's been real. I'll catch you in the chat. I'm gonna finish up with the fans, man. I'll be talking to you later, bro. Dude just stuck me in the gut. I'll see you one take.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, bro. Later. So, ladies and gentlemen, before my big homie One Take got in here, we was just talking about this list that 50 dropped the other day of the top most watched Black TV shows in 2021. Power Book 2 is number 1. Power Book 3 is number 2. BMF was number 3. What do they all have in common? Your boy reviews all 3 of them. Then we've got Have and Have Nots, Season 8, Sisters Season 3, The Oval Season 3, Sisters Season 2, Insecure, The Oval Season 2, and The Shy comes in at number 10, Season 4. Ladies and gentlemen, I am just curious to know, of all those shows, which ones did you guys watch? Did you watch all 10 of them? Did you watch just 3 on the list? Because like I said, out of that whole entire list of 10, I review 4 of the shows. The top 3 I review, and the one on the very bottom, The Shy, I review. And I do recall that we didn't get a lot of gratification from The Chi this past season. It was okay to watch, but the most gratifying of the shows that I can recall was Power Book 3 and BMF. So if I had to rearrange it, I would rearrange those at the top, put Book 2, number 3 somewhere. And I haven't really seen any of the other shows, but I would love to know of those other shows, which ones you guys like the most. Let me read some comments real quick, then I'm going to get you guys out of here. My folk Cleve says, I liked him in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Hey, me too. Really, really did. And I got the homie Tamika's Den. She says she watched all of them. Well, Tamika, how would you rank those shows? What would be your top 3 shows if you was going to recreate that top 10? I'm curious to know, because I'm going to be picking up some other shows this year. I am going to try to step up my Marvel game to go along with my African-American TV show game and try to get some people in the middle too. I want everybody to get a little touch of my crazy and my nicknames and the networking and growing I'm going to try to do this year on this channel. So I am going to be expanding my horizons a little bit. And by the way, as soon as I get off at 10 o'clock, I want you guys to go subscribe and check out Nita the Diva's channel. She's going to have the good sister Moochie and the good sister Miss K, and they're going to be doing hidden gems. Shows you should be watching that you might not have thought about. That is going to happen in 4 minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be back tomorrow night with Larry, maybe one take, and possibly B. Avery, just to cover some Snowfall, talk a little bit about Power, and we're going to also talk about stocks. For those of you that have been following my stock channel, I'm probably going to cut that loose to try to really give this channel all my focus. I'll still do some stock videos on this channel, and I'll probably do them on Friday nights to just give you guys a recap of what happened in the market and what moves I did. And for right now, for those of you that can hear me, the Federal Reserve is getting ready to taper and increase interest rates, which means any gains you made from your tech, take a little bit of those gains and go put them in banking stocks. And if you want to do what I do, where you combine bank and tech, they call it fintech, get yourself some PayPal, get yourself some Square, get Robinhood while it's at an all-time low. Robinhood is like $15. And one point in time when they first dropped, they went up to $82. And so when the Fed increases interest rates, the banks get to increase interest rates. So their bottom line goes up, their dividends go up. And if you are a fintech, you get the best of both worlds. So go put some of all that money you've made in tech while the interest rates were low into some banking names and make yourself those life gains. And that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video. Please comment, subscribe, get yourself that life gain. Go over and check out the sisters, Moochie, Nita the Diva, and Miss K on Nita's channel. Her link is in the video description. Till that next Sex is Hell video tomorrow night at 9, I'll see you.